Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Beyond Light Season of the Lost intel. And this week's Grandmaster Nightfall is the Exodus Crash strike. This is one of the longer strikes in the rotation, and the boss for it is a little bit tricky. It's definitely one of the ones I think most people would probably skip if they could, but as it is getting closer to the end of the season, I know a lot of people are thinking about their Conqueror title, and you don't want to miss out on farming up on as many Ascendant Shards, as well as the chance to get an Adept version of the Uzuma RR4 Sniper Rifle and the Plug 1 Fusion Rifle, which are available this week. And of course, if you complete this strike on Grandmaster, you will get a guaranteed Adept version of either one. Possibly both, depending on your RNG. So of course I'm going to take you through all the tips, tricks, glitches, and cheeses that you can do in this strike. Some of these might get patched or might have been patched since the last time this strike was available, though I think the majority will still work. The first one, which is really more of a cheese than a glitch, is the plate section. You can actually sort of jump on the plate and jump off the plate to get the time to tick up. Every single time you get on the plate and stay on it for a certain period, you'll get a new wave of ads to spawn. So rather than try to stay on the plate the entire time, I would suggest stay on it until a group of ads spawn and then jump off and retreat to the stairwell in the back of the plate. It's a fairly easy section to hold out, even if you're doing this solo. The next section would be for the tank, which can be a little bit tricky. Just go past the tank and right into the tunnel and use this for cover. Then take out the tank here. Don't really worry about the Minotaur unless you're going for points, but most people doing this at Grandmaster really aren't going to be that concerned with points. Take out the tank from this angle. It's a lot easier. You can use ranged weapons. And then the real major section that I think everybody's going to have a lot of trouble with in this strike is, of course, the boss. Now, there are a few things in the boss room that will allow you to provide a lot of cover for not only you, but also for your teammates. So as you enter the boss room, don't drop down to the bottom from the first tunnel in. Instead, jump up to the top of the tunnel entrance and then up on top of a ledge that's above the tunnel entrance. Now, you used to be able to stay right here for the whole course of this particular encounter, the actual boss. But unfortunately now, you will get pulled down to the bottom once the actual encounter starts. So instead of staying here, what you're going to do is have all three of your teammates head up to this corner right here, this box area. You can't go any further past that because there is a soft kill barrier there, but you can stay on top of this one particular ledge. When you're all up there, you'll notice since most of the enemies in this strike don't actually have ranged attacks, except for I think maybe a few shanks and the boss, as well as a couple of champions, that you really don't have to worry about ads for most of the strike. You really can just shoot at the boss. And the way that the boss actually fires prevents him from being able to actually hit you up there. If you have all three of your teammates up there, or if you're doing this solo, that'll let you give a good basis of cover, specifically if you're using things like well or a bubble. You'll have to worry about the champions, but you'll have still good cover from them. You can also make your way underneath the map at certain points, as you see me doing here, but my suggestion would be maybe avoid this unless you really are desperate. The top ledge is going to be the place to go. There's also a couple of places on the sides of the map, for example right here, as you see me jumping off, that you can stand if you need to get the boss to sort of move out of cover. This might be advantageous towards the end of the strike, where you can hide on things like this little tank behind this other box on the ledge of the map. You can also hide behind the 2 electric fences in the top left and right corners of the map. You can put all 3 of your fire team there, maybe one on one side, one on the other, though I would suggest stay up on the top ledge until the very end of the encounter once the boss is pretty low. He'll go into a certain level of hide mode at that point where he might actually come out where you can shoot him from the top ledge. Send one of your teammates down, have him hide either on this tank on the ledge here or behind one of the electric fences. It'll draw the boss out, he'll still be able to survive a good bit of damage, and you can finish the boss that way. The spots underneath the map are really only there, I think, if you are doing this solo and you're maybe using a warlock, because that's the only class that I found that can actually get back up from those spots. So if you need to draw an enemy while you're under the map, that's really going to be the only thing that's viable. A Titan might be able to do it, but it's going to be pretty tricky. You can also use the old method if staying up on that ledge is just too daunting, of hiding on either that one tank on the left side of the map or the 2 electric edges, and just using a well and bubbles to sort of hold out back there while the ads spawn, and then just nuking the boss with swords. But hopefully you found some of the information in today's video helpful. I know, like I said earlier, we are getting close to the end of the season. I'm sure people are trying to farm up as many materials as they possibly can before next season starts, even though we do have a good bit of time, but every opportunity to farm out some extra loot is always good, especially when it's, like I said, the Uzuma RR4 Sniper, which is really good at the moment. The rolls on that are pretty great, as well as the Plug 1 is not bad. I've seen it used in the Crucible here and there, so maybe meta in that scenario. But if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on all post notifications. That'll enter you as well as into any future giveaways on the YouTube channel. The next one will be at 55,000 subscribers. We're doing a Witch Queen Deluxe Seasonal Pass, so hopefully we get to 55,000 before that launches so that nobody misses out on any of the new content. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below for another entry into any future giveaways, or you can leave a hashtag Beyond Light or a hashtag Season of the Lost, or a hashtag Exodus Crash, or a hashtag Witch Queen in the comments section down below. That'll give you another entry into any future giveaways for this video. And remember, the secret hashtags, they stack between all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back and do it again. And as always, I am Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you next time. Little